Hi there, my name is Gerrit and I'm the sports chaplain in a tiny village in South Wales called Penturg. Now there comes a time in almost every sports club when our hearts are wrenched by the death of one of our own. A player, a supporter, a member, a coach, a friend. And it's one of the most difficult times in any sports club. But of course it's most devastating for the family and close friends. So how can we stand by them? I work for a charity, Care for the Family, and some years ago our bereavement team took away a group of about 20 parents for a weekend. These parents had all lost a child. And our chairman, Rob Parsons, asked the guy who led the weekend, "Well, Peter, how did it go?" Peter said it was incredible. On the Friday, as people arrived, I noticed some of the parents, mostly dads, sat with their arms folded as if to say, "What are we doing here? They can't give us our child back. This is a waste of time." But then Peter began to share his own story of how they had lost their son when he was 22 years old. And he said, I did not want to take my life, but I didn't want to live either. And sometimes I'd just walk in the park and I'd cry. And my wife and I, we were close, but she couldn't get anywhere near me. And people would say to me, "Well, Peter, time will heal." But time doesn't heal. It gets easier, but it doesn't heal. It was never meant to heal. Or people would say, "Well, Peter, at least you have 3 other great kids." And I'd say, I know. But I want him. And the amazing thing over that weekend is, as Peter was sharing from his vulnerability, those dads who had their arms folded began to open up like flowers because someone had taken the time to be open and honest with them. Someone was saying to them, "I too have walked this journey. I too have cried." And sometimes people don't want easy answers. They just want to know that they are not alone. At Care for the Family, we have specialist bereavement support for those who are bereaved, no matter how long or how short your bereavement journey has been. And if you want to get in contact with Care for the Family, there's a link below this video. But as sports chaplains, there are hundreds of sports chaplains all over the country, and we too are there to support during this difficult time. But as a community, how can we stand by those who are hurting after the death of a loved one? Well, there's much we can do, and much we perhaps shouldn't do. I've listed a whole a list of do's and don'ts just below this video. There's a link, the do's and don'ts of bereavement. Things like avoiding the words "at least." Well, at least you had 10 years together. Well, at least you have the kids. Well, at least they're in a better place, or at least you'll see them again one day. We mean well when we say these things, but we're not doing well, because for those who are hurting, it's not at least. It is everything. In the last couple of weeks at Penturg Rugby Club, we've had to say goodbye to one of our very own, Matty John, a young man with a young family. And at Care for the Family, we've also had to say goodbye to one of our most beloved friends, Ronnie Lockwood. To the family and friends of both Matty and Ronnie, our hearts go out to you, and our prayer is that you will find some comfort in this very difficult time. And from Penturg Rugby Club and from Care for the Family, we send you our fondest love and our best wishes. God bless.